Hello, MonstersAbound, and welcome back to Total War, Warhammer 2, Mortal Empires, the Warden the Paunch, and part 9 of my Grom campaign, as we finish off Ungrim and his stupid slayers, who I hate. Now, so I was a bit confused about this buff they've got here, Journey's End. So basically what it means is that while the entirety of the Slayer unit is over 50% health, they can't die. Now, fortunately, it seems like the Giant Slayers don't have it, although I think maybe it... I don't know if the Giant Slayers are part of the garrison. So maybe they do have it. Giant Slayers, they do have it. Right, okay, so it's something to do with Ungrim's army. Which basically means they're quite nasty, because they don't start losing units until they've hit 50% catch. So you can start, like, they'll start dropping dead any second now as the buff drops away. There we go, and you can see they now start actually dying. But of course, I mean, that's a really nice... I think that's a much better effect for Ungrim than just increased Slayer replenishment. That's much more interesting. I mean, the extra Slayer replenishment was good, it helped, but it just wasn't that particularly interesting, was it? Whereas this, I think is a really nice change. Yes, I mean, I hate to fucking fight it, because the last thing I need is Slayers who literally don't die until you've killed them enough. Which, actually, come to think of it, is true of anything, but but it's worse when they just don't die. So fortunately these guys are part of the garrison. They don't have the buff, so they're getting shot up by our archers. Yes, indeed. Good to know. So they are taking them out. So that's working quite nicely. And the Longbeards getting hit by the lava spider riders, part of Spider Squad. Is that not hot? Is it toast? Is it like a seat warmer? Might be like a seat warmer. Noted. Grom has charged in. He's getting stuck in there, taking out those giant slayers by himself, because he's one of the few units I've got that can actually do that. As you can see, he's also debuffing the shit out of everyone he's hitting. Getting helped out there, and Grom is a very killy lord. Like, he really can do just a lot of damage very, very quickly. You can see he's got 101 melee defense there, and that's thanks to... I was going to say thanks to his banner, but his banner actually gives him damage reduction. So his damage reduction at the moment is he's got 72% ward save, 23% physical resistance. I mean, he's pretty... Grom is very, very killy, very, very tanky. He can't really duel very well, but he's he's very much anti-infantry, and he regenerates as well, which means you just can't really... I don't know what you do to kill him. I guess just shoot him with a lot of armor-piercing stuff and hope for the best would probably be my suggestion. So our archers are now coming into the city, because if any giant slayers are nearby, we need to fill them full of arrows. And Grom is at 69 kills. Nice. Good. So Grom has cleared the way for us, so the rest of our army can now enter the city in a nice controlled fashion. Grom needs, like, reversing beepers, really. Okay, in come the proper immortals. Grom snacks. The pointy pricks. The whole swath of elite goblin infantry. 52 attack. Geez, 52 melee attack, 39 melee defense. Jesus. And Grom is getting stuck in once again up against some Longbeards with great weapons. They are just no... This is no contest. And then here come some Logie Bogie Spore Sploders. Ramming in. Looking pretty good. Oh, more Longbeards joining the fray. And most of our army is now inside the city. We do have some Giant Slayers coming around the flank. These guys are some of Ungrim's, so they have the bonus of that they don't die until they reduce to below 50% hit points, which is quite nasty. The Logie Bogie Spore Sploders aren't doing very well against this blob of Longbeards, unfortunately. Grom, though, is up to 95 kills and climbing. Here come the Giant Slayers. Our Goblins. Oof. Good luck, guys. I mean, we may be elite Goblin infantry, but these guys are just nastier, basically. They're just worse. But our Goblins are holding their own, although, you know, they are dying quite quickly. We're going to pull them back out of there and let the archers do their stuff, and we're also going to get some trolls to charge in to help. Obviously, you know, these are Giant Slayers, so they are quite good against large units like trolls. But backed up by the Goblins and the archers, I think they should be fine, he says. Graham's charged in to help against the Longbeards, and the Spore Sploders having a bad time. We need to really get them out of that fight, but I've not really been paying attention to what's going on here. I think they're also getting shot up by the lava spiders, which isn't very helpful. There's Grom in amongst Graham's legs, 117 kills. And the Giant Slayers being whittled down, just 4 left. There's Merryberry giving them a stern talking to. Get 'em, boys. Yeah! Down they go. Nice work. Good job, guys. The proper immortals getting the job done. And is that Ungrim? There's Ungrim. Ungrim Iron Fists. I'm just going to ignore him. I'm just going to ignore him and chase down, because we've got some crawlers here. There's some more Giant Slayers as well. These are the Garrison Giant Slayers, so they don't have the benefit of Ungrim's buff, which is useful. And we've also got a Rogue Idol, which has been spawned in, which is soaking up some fire from the Thunderers and making our life a little bit easier. Graham having a snack. You know, be careful with those. I think these are mostly fat, to be honest. So, you know, the thing is with dwarves, you know, once you've had one, you just can't stop picking the hair out of your teeth. So Giant Slayers are getting torn to shreds, and our Goblins charging after the missile units. So, I mean, Graham is taking a bit of damage there. We do have some Giant Slayers surrounding him. These are Ungrim's Giant Slayers. And down goes the Rogue Idol. So the Goblins coming in to support. Here comes Grom to help out as well. Smashing through their line and then carving his 195 kills on Grom. He's just murdering his way through everything. Giant Slayers being killed by the trolls, and Ungrim is he's still fighting. Merryberry has been slamming him with a big bag of, I think, giblets, I want to say. Maybe giblets. Someone's giblets, anyway. So he's got Red Ruin, which is a very potent attack. It reduces melee defense, but makes his weapon damage ridiculous. So basically, we're not going... I'm just going to leave him, because he's still got quite a lot of health. So we're going to shoot him full of arrows instead, because that is how you deal with Slayers. You give them extreme acupuncture, and it kills them eventually. He just has a lot of armor for a Slayer. 128 armor. You know, by all rights, he should be naked. I think we just shot one of our trolls to death. Never mind. Merryberry is gonna vomit all over him, which is... It did some damage. Looks like most of the troll slayers are dead. Just a few Longbeards over. But apart from this one. Now this one is going to be a bit of trouble, because, as you can see, he's kind of stuck in the wall, and we can't kill him. Graham is taking pot shots, but it's just not doing anything. Ungrim is basically one of the last few units they have left. And of course he's unbreakable, which is... It's not really ideal. He's taking quite a lot of A lot of arrows to the face there, and tanking it, to be fair. You know, Manfred didn't. He's going to charge... Oh, he's going straight for Gordon Ramsay. Maybe Gordon Ramsay, you know, insulted his restaurant or something. But fortunately, Gordon Ramsay is always right, and so puts him down. So, victory. Apart from... Yeah, you guessed it. It's this guy. Now, Grom is surveying the situation. He's having a bite to eat. He's decided to bring in some assistance just to talk it over. So both Gordon Ramsay and Mary Berry are on their way just to have a look at the situation, see what can be done. Now, fortunately, we will eventually win anyway because the defenders' remaining victory points are slowly dropping because we have the city centre. Now, normally this kind of thing isn't an issue, but of course, because this guy is unbreakable, he's got 1 health. He's got 1 health, so Gordon Ramsay's right. So Grom's like, well, look, this is the problem here, right here. Gordon Ramsay's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. Fucking do about it. And then Mary Berry turns up. And she's going to have a quick look at the situation. She was going to vomit at him, but she can't properly see him to vomit at him. So that's a bit of a problem. So we're having a discussion here. We're thinking outside the box. We're brainstorming ideas. And eventually it's decided that the best way to deal with him is to maybe get Gork to step on him. Good. Okay. So, that's the main threat in the area dealt with. We did lose the Logie Bogie Spore Sploders, but I'm willing to accept that loss in exchange for just killing Ungrim, because God, I hate that guy. Sack it. Look at all that cash. Nice. And Grom gets more melee attack magic resistance and missile resistance, which is nice. And everyone's dead, and we can walk back in and capture that. Thank you. Good. Right. No more horrific slayers to deal with. Now, some people said, oh yes, you are strength rank 1.
Now stand before the rightful elector of Stirland.
Sure. Sure. If that's what you say, buddy. That's what you say. Alright, Mary Berry. What are we looking at here? We're looking at getting... what's this? Myth of the Trollhag bombards a target with a tirade of unintelligible troll invective powerful... invective? Okay, sure. Not sure what that means. To make you do I want faster? Because leadership and charge bonus, meh. Just, yeah, speed. Let's make you a little bit faster on your feet, Mary Berry. And Gordon Ramsay is going to be immortal, so he can never leave us. We need to come down here and grab this. You are still recruiting for 1 turn. What can you guys get? Immortal's armor. I thought that was specific to Grimgore. But maybe I was wrong. Who knows? Okay. So the Crimson Killers, you have... you do splash damage, don't you? Is that right? Yes, you do splash damage. So, a more bonus versus infantry. You are infantry killers. And you're very good at it. But that's a lot of... That's a lot of scrap to spend. And also, before I forget... A lot of people have been saying, I know, for episodes, I know, because I had to record a whole bunch of episodes in advance. So as soon as someone went, well, you just get mushrooms and meat and put them together, I was like, yeah, no, that would make sense. So, so what we're gonna do is right, mushrooms. What do I like? I like frenzy for all my goblins. That's fun. Shall we do that? Okay, Hell Pepper, sure. And Gobbo Legs, Berserk for all. Meh. I mean, the regeneration for goblins. Now, I think I've said this before, but because the individual goblins don't have much health, the likelihood of them surviving much is limited, and therefore the regeneration capacity is going to be somewhat smaller. I wonder if I just go for the Gobbo Legs. So just everyone's Berserk. Sure, let's do that. So, has that... Of course it did. Right, so we've got an extra ingredient slot, which is exciting. So basically, that means we can now have 3 ingredients instead of just the 2, and then obviously get the extra bonuses, which is really, really good. So, if we were to do just the help up, yeah, and then we could maybe get the dulled senses. Do some cheesy shrooms. Ability slime smoothie. And stalk for Grom. Shit, really? He's huge. You'd never be able to hide him. Anyway, right, so that's... Okay, we've done that. Tick, job done. We've got commandment here as well, although this is a bit trashed, isn't it? We need to sort this out, really. Let's get some public order, because that is going to be quite important. We've got the growth going on there. More growth coming on there. That's fine. So we need to build this up ASAP. That should be good. And over here, we do want the defences. Azhag's going to continue to raid around this area. And... Where's Skarsnik? Oh, there he is. Okay, you're recruiting a couple more units. Now, we've got 170k, so I think money-wise, we're okay for the moment. You know, famous last words, but I think we're all right for the moment.
You smell like bilge water, dead git.
Not actually dead, but sure. Military access. You want 9,000? Oh, that's it. That's it, isn't it? You come into some money after murdering a whole pile of dwarves and burning their shit to the ground, and suddenly everyone wants a piece, isn't it? That's what... No. The arrogance. You just asked me for 9k, you lunatic. I'll give you 9k. 9k? 9 bloody... Jesus. What's this? Are you... Oh, you're raiding Massive Orcal. That's not ideal. Hello. Skaven friends? Ratty friends? Ratty friends want... Well, I mean, ratty friends might not necessarily be friends. Okay, we've got bigger loot carts, so more money from raiding, which is good. Yep, it'll do that. Okay, let's pop that. Do a little sack. Oh, Talisman Endurance, that's nice. That's good to have. And a whole pile of stuff. Okay. Have to be a little bit careful because I don't know where any of Manfred's armies are. So let's get to boys. So that's going to make our orcs. Now, the orc bonuses, you can give padded shields, heavy armor, or reinforced weapons. Now, the padded shields basically give them gold shields, which means you've got suddenly a very, very tanky front line. So missile attacks are going to be like not really going to be able to do much against you. And we've got Berserk, look at that. So it increases physical resistance and melee attack, and also makes them rampage. That's fun. But we don't really currently have the scrap as oh, there it is, 56. Right, yeah, we need more scrap basically. But do we want to go and hit Manfred? So if we do this, is this right? We'll get Winds of Magic, income from post-battle loot, and speed. Kill the bonies, sure. Obviously, we want to go weapon strength. We've got Azhag near, but you know what? I think we need to bring Azhag down because we're probably going to need Azhag's help. Because Manfred is quite strong. So let's be a little bit... We did lose a pump wagon, didn't we? I could get the teeth robbers. I could get the teeth robbers. Alternatively, I could just grab... I mean, it's only going to take 2 turns. Get some spiky rollers. I could get more artillery. Or the spiky rollers. Let's go spiky rollers. Did I not get the... Did I not get this? I did. What, I can get both now? Did I not upgrade these? I thought I did. Did I not? I thought I did. Huh? That's weird. Odds. Unit is already equipped. See, I thought I had done that one. But now I can do the winged ammo. Weird. Oh, but there has been a patch. I wonder if they have changed it. And I wonder if by changing it, it's like changed the ID of the upgrade. Because we can actually see I've actually got the combat. So I wonder if it doesn't recognise I've actually got one. So can I get the other one as well? Did that work? Did it not work? It says it did work. It's got 480. It's got 480 range. So what is the range on one of these things? 400. Yeah. Okay. So I've got the extra range, and also I've got. Oh, fair enough. Well, indeed. You and me both, Grom. You and me both. Right, Grusser, you get down here. Because I need some vision. I need some vision on what Manfred's up to, so that we can go and basically make his life a misery. Shall I just go for it? We'll probably have 20 turns. That's plenty of time, isn't it? Fuck it, do it. Do it, and we'll start like building up our Waagh as well. Already we've got some Waagh units. Look at that. That's good. Oh shit, river trolls. Good, okay. Okay, let's get an enormous loot cart. We're going to need bigger loot carts. That's right, we are going to need a bigger loot cart. That's 20% increase. Now, I mean, some of the income we've been getting from sacking stuff has been friggin' ridiculous. So if you can imagine then increasing that by 20%, it's quite the thing. Let's get raiding, because then we can get Iron Hard. That's going to give more casualty replenishment rate for Lords and wound recovery time, but then we can get Lightning Strike. A mob boss is fine, but to be honest, this army isn't really that expensive. So I'm kind of in two minds about whether that's actually worth the effort. I'm erring on no, actually. I meant to move Skarsnik. I forgot. He's still raiding stuff. Oh, what happened? Grusser. Okay, keep an eye on the Skaven, but we might be able to... I imagine they're probably not huge fans of Manfred. Right. More leadership or extra money? I mean, we don't need extra money. So I guess ain't worth worrying about. Oh, Bordelow's dead. Karak Ungor has got a hag merchant nearby. I'm going to murder them, and then I'm going to raise it. And then we're going to encamp. There we go. Right, let's... It doesn't seem to be any Manfred activity over there. So let's find where he's left his armies. Let's damage the walls. Oh, hello. The hell's going on down here? Who are you? Clan Ferric. And we've also got some dwarves hanging around, raiding stuff. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Seems like Manfred's in a bit of trouble. What a shame. Let's get on with it. So everyone gets more leadership. Do I like that? It's okay. Leadership's one of those stats which is like, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because the longer your units stay in combat, the more likely they are to die and get wiped out. Whereas if they run away, they're pretty good at getting away. I'm going to hop over there. They're pretty good at getting away and then obviously replenishing after the battle, which is better than having them all die horribly. I do want a mark. Should we get a mark? Should we get a troll cave? Let's get a troll cave. It's kind of like sort of redundant because obviously we've got the stone quarry here, but you know, we can get a giant and also the hag lady, hag troll lady, yeah, that one. Let's upgrade these buildings. And also we want to start getting some walls here because, I mean, it's fairly secure, but also we've got the dwarves down here. I think they're probably busy with Grimgor at the moment, but they won't be busy forever. That will change. Uh-oh. Who invited them? Hello, non-aggression pact. Well, you're kind of in the way of the high elves, so I'm going to accept that because you're like my early warning system. Is Manfred abandoning Sylvania? Has he just like legged it? At least these dwarves don't have troll slayers, you know? So Kazakh, you know, for a second there I thought that was a Skaven clan. I was like, well, that's going to be an interesting mix of cultures, but no, it's just another clan. Helheim, I think they're down here somewhere. I think they're down in this corner. Because there's been some rejigging. There's some new Skaven factions around, and I think some new dwarf factions, sort of like hiding in the mountains. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more varied, which is nice. I like a bit of variety. It's a spice of life, after all. Right, you are dead. I'm going to sack your stupid town. Banner of Swiftness is good. I'm going to come down there and do a little encamp. And now Grom is ready to go. So we can skedaddle down here. And get some raiding on as well. We're going to keep battering them walls down. Just kicking them down. Do I want to block army? No. Well, yeah, sure, right. Let's block armies. Where's Manfred? Where is the stupid, bald-headed little slaphead? Eh? Where's he gone? It looks like the Empire is hitting back, though. There's literally no armies. What's he up to? What's the little scamp up to, eh? Okay, well, at least taking Castle Drakenhof should be fairly... Well, I say take it. I'm going to sack it, and then I'm going to raise it. Leaving Azhag to complete his shenanigans. Okay, what do you have here? Is it a lot of... It's a lot of cavalry, as is to be expected. Right, now. Obviously, we've got our reinforcements, our Waagh. So I'm going to lay siege because having to fight more... I mean, I love my fanatics. They're not really siege units, though. They're not really fighting. They don't do so well in amongst the city streets. They're a bit narrow. They tend to, like, you know, hit buildings, just despawn, which is quite upsetting because what I want to see is fanatics swirling through stuff and turning it into jam. Hi, Vlad. What's up, buddy? Non-aggression pact. You want to... No, you can't just demand money from me, Vlad. That's not how this works. And you? I was going to sack that town. I don't know where you live, but I'm going to find where you live, and I'm going to burn it. I'm going to burn it. Do these units still cost... They do still cost money. So spending 12... I'm going to check this, because... Right, this army is 4,000. Now, I don't know if this includes the... the Waagh units as well. I'm not 100% sure. Let's get imbued by madness, because that's gonna give everyone frenzy and also reduce upkeep. So these guys are now berserk, and they've got frenzy and berserk. So they get extra leadership, charge bonus, and weapon damage, and also kill harder. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good. I'll raise that. Chilling aura, getting some. Uh oh. I think we found his armies. They're coming for us. Uh oh. How much is this? 20 just to upgrade this. So 20. I mean, that gives you 75 armor, which is quite a lot of armor. Alternatively, 25% weapon damage is going to give you... I mean, it's a good chunk, but you've already got quite a lot of... I mean, your weapon damage is very high compared to most units. I mean, these guys have only got 110. So do I want to up that? I feel like the shields are, well, I mean, not for fighting undead, obviously, because I don't have any missile attacks. Oh, we could get the winged ammo. That's a little bit extra range. What about you? Speed, bonus first infantry. You do kind of need the bonus first infantry because you're just not very good. So let's grab that. What do the orcs? So they get reload time reduction or more armor. I mean, obviously reload time reduction. I kind of want to upgrade these boys. So we could give the bonus first large, but we could give them jag. Now leadership and causes fear isn't really that useful. That's a bit trash. I say bonus first infantry, because that's going to make them basically terrifying. If you can get them into melee combat, it's just going to be a slaughter. Okay, the fact that they're right there, rude, is a bit troubling, but I think we'll be okay. I think. I would also... Oh, we can just auto-resolve that. That was easy. Sack it. Lots of stuff. Ooh, the other trickster shards. So that reduces magical resist. Now, this is something I've never been quite sure about. Is if you have magical damage, whether reducing units' magical resistance makes the magical damage do more damage. I've never been quite sure about that. But either way, it's good. So we will take it. Gorkton Ramsey, you can have earthing to try and stop yourself from exploding. So let's give you the other trickster shards. Let's give you the ogre blade, despite the fact that you're a troll, but still. Melee defense, charmed shield is, I guess you can have the enchanted shield, sure, and have a bully, because sacking is good, casualty capture post-battle is good, all that kind of good stuff. And Gorkton Ram, I mean, I'm generally not going to let you get into combat, to be honest. You are probably not worth letting you get into combat. Never mind. Right, okay, so let's come down here. I'm going to let Azhag do his own thing. Either he survives or he dies horribly. That's his options. Good job. Of course, we've got the Waagh as well. So we've got some boys to help us. So this army, if it does decide to come at us, it's going to have to fight everyone. So I'm feeling pretty... Yeah, I think we got this. I think we can hold Manfred off and, you know, burn Drakenhof to the ground. Grutter, you're going to damage walls because I need you to smash down the walls of... Yeah, we got breaches there. What are you doing? Damage walls as well. Everyone damages walls. Because I really hate having to climb up walls. It's much easier to take a city when it doesn't have walls. Especially if it used to have walls, because the AI still tries to think it has walls. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. No, retreat. Run away. Azag, leg it. Okay, you're not quite close enough. That's fine. Only problem being we do have defences, don't we now? We do have defences over here, so they won't be able to take the city right away. Now you marched. Oh, it's Manfred. Manfred's here, everyone. Do we kill Manfred? I mean, the answer is yes. Obviously, we kill Manfred. Okay, let's just raise this. Just generally making Manfred's life a misery. Okay, let's kill you. I feel like we should just be able to easily, like, auto-resolve this, but it is Manfred, and so therefore I feel like killing him personally it's a done thing. I kind of feel bad for Manfred, because this isn't the first time we've managed to catch his army when it's not particularly good. When I say feel bad for him, obviously, you know, I never feel bad for Manfred. He is going to get his ass kicked. We're going to murder him and his stupid little army. There he is. Look at him. Look at his stupid outfit. His peripheral vision is fucked because he's got these stupid... I mean, I wonder how many times he goes through a doorway and gets caught because of his cloak. I mean, he's got these bloody great horns on them. That's just going to be embarrassing. It's so... It's just pointless. He does have a lot of bat monsters, though. Look at these lads. Vargolfs. There they go. I think they're like vampires that went a bit too, you know, got too much on the bat motif. You know, it's a problem with vampires, isn't it? They're very bat focused. A lot of, you know, evil, dark, this, bats, that. And then before you know it, you've become a giant bat. That's always the risk. Manfred's taking quite a lot of arrows to the face, as per usual. He's got a Vargolf coming in to help. So we've used the Waagh units as a front line. And then our units are coming in behind. They've got Berserk and Frenzy, which means they are pretty killy. So they're going to charge in, and then Berserk is going to start popping. So basically their melee attack just goes up and up and up, and they get physical resistance as well. So our boys are pretty good. Although, having said that, it would probably be easier. It probably would be more effective to have auto-resolve this battle. But, you know, why would I do that? Why would I do that when I can beat up Manfred? Master of the Dark Black Arts, indeed. Where's he running off to now, hey? Where's he scampering off to? The Vargolfs taking a lot of damage. They should... Oh, there goes the Waagh. They should be dropping out pretty soon. They're quite a tanky unit, but they're not actually that killy, weirdly. And their leadership is so bad that as soon as Manfred leaves, they start crumbling. It's kind of the problem with Vargolfs. Azag is chasing after Manfred, but he's on foot. He doesn't have Skull Muncher yet, so he's a little bit slow, and then he gets charged by some zombies. He's like, oof, no, get off me. So Azag is fighting the corpse cart. I think our squig exploded against the corpse cart or something. I really wasn't paying attention. I probably should have been. Azag is still fighting. Yeah. You're right there, buddy. You don't have Skull Muncher yet, do you? It's a bit of a problem. Manfred is chasing after the Broken Tusk mob, but unfortunately, because his army's so shit, he is now just going to die out of embarrassment. There he goes. And Yeah, there we go. I've been, more effective to just auto-resolve that, but it's still more fun to actually kill Manfred yourself. That's how it gets a little bit of vampiric corruption reduction, which is nice. Right, we're going to bring you back down here. When do you get Skull Muncher? Level 4. Oh, next level. That's good. That's good, like that. Shall I get more melee defense for me boys? I like that. Sure, let's do that. So now they've got 38, 36, 38. I mean, that's pretty respectable. And 45 weapon strength, which is pretty good. I mean, we could buff that up, but I'm going to resist. So let's get Iron Hard, simply so we can get Lightning Strike. I don't know if I want to get anything else in this tree. I might then concentrate on making Grom as killy as possible, because I quite like that idea. The extra growth actually might... Why haven't I got that? I should probably get that one. Oh, I think I didn't get it because I didn't really have many settlements, so didn't really see the point, but I've started collecting some now, so that's good. And right, we've also got Snarl Stove. Yes, okay, apparently they don't want to come out to play, so I guess we're going to have to do this the hard way. I might wait until we've got the 2 siege towers, though. And let's get the hag huts. Now, there is another gold mine down here. We could actually take Castle Drakenhof. There's only... So the major issue with taking Castle Drakenhof is the fact that obviously there's a lot of vampires there, and they're quite bitey. But we could potentially take it for the gold mine. It's not going to be quite as rich as this one, because it reduces by 15, so it would be, what's that, 1,000 minus 15%, which is pretty easy to do maths wise, so someone do that. And then we can, I mean, it's money. Not that we really need the money. We mostly get the money from just, burning shit. How much is Castle Drakenhof worth? 54k. Yeah. I mean, that's quite the payday. That is quite the payday, so we're definitely going to do that. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.